My second group of audience is patients. So if you're living with Fuchs endothelial corneal dystrophy or FECD, you know that it can affect people differently. A recent large-scale study helped us understand why by looking deep into the genetics of the conditions would be useful. So the researchers studied DNA of almost 900 individuals with FECD to look for common genetic risk factors, and they focused on the well-known factors, a repeated DNA sequence in a gene called TCF4. An abnormally long version of this repeat is called a expansion. And here are the three key findings from this study that I want to share with you. The TCF4 expansion is the primary genetic risk factors. So the study confirmed that this expansion is present in over 77% of patients, especially those of Europeans or South Asian ancestry. And if you have these expansions, you are in what the study would call expansion positive group of patients. And for this expansion positive group, genetics can also influence severity. The researchers found that the length of the DNA repeats also matters. A longer repeat was directly linked to needing a corneal transplant, or what we call keratoplasty, at a younger age. And they also found that 2 copies of the expanded genes doesn't make the disease more severe, but it does significantly increase your chance of developing FECD in the first place. And the story is different for patients without the expansions. For the smaller, what we call expansion negative patients, the cause is less clear. This study found a very striking difference. The proportion of women in the expansion negative group was much higher, nearly 3 women for every man. For most in this group, the exact genetic cause remains unknown and is an important area for future research. So ultimately, this research is incredibly valuable. By separating FECD patients into these distinct genetic subgroups, scientists can develop and test new targeted drugs, which may one day reduce the chance of needing invasive corneal transplants. And thank you for listening.